Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. I'm Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampandgala.com. I'm so happy that you're here today. Um, I hope that you are on. Let me make sure. It says no place to put comments again. I am going to sign off and sign back on because there's no place to put comments. So, well, give me a second and let me see if I can correct it. Okay, can you let me know if you can do comments now? Should be able to do comments. I'm going to wait a second, and if I don't see a comment, then I will log off and log back on. It looks like there's no comments coming on. I am going to log off and come right back on, okay? Oh, wait, we are getting some comments. Okay. All right, good. I don't have to log off. Anyway, welcome again. My name is Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampandgala.com. I have some new projects for you today, and I love how they turned out. I'm using the new bundle called Charming Day, and it's so pretty. It's right up my alley, so I love it. And it does have coordinating dies to go with it, which I used quite a few of them on these cards. They have both the open line ones to die cut these, but they also have separate ones that just give it some texture, I guess you could call it. So I'm using that and a few other dies, and I will point them out as we go. But as you can see, they're real feminine. You can also, I have on here, thanks for being you. However, you can change it to a happy birthday or what have you. I just try to change it up a little bit. And then this one, I also used different dies from different sets. This one is this die I used from the Storybook Friends. And then also I used the party banner dies. And this is becoming one of my favorite embossing folders. It's called Press Flowers. And in the background, you can see also that I used the mini corrugated embossing folder. And then also I I added a piece of DSP to the flap of the envelope just to give it a little bit of texture. Now, before I get started with this, I do want to point out that I do have a number of classes that are shipped to you in the mail. One is called Create a la carte, and that is 4 cards and a 3D item. That's once a month. I want to show you how it's packaged. This month, it looks like this. They got a full package of the DSP, also a full roll of ribbon and the 5 projects, everything you need. Also some rhinestones here. And here are the projects. Although this class is over with, I have some extra. So if anybody is interested, let me know. Just send me a message and I'd be happy to send them to you. But look how cute that is with all strawberries. And then this is a fun fold as well. We have this one here, and then finally another card here. And you get the PDF as well. Secondly, some of you probably have received this in the mail already. This is my scrapbook club this month, and this also is over, but I do have extra kits if you're interested in this. So it's a 2-page layout, and I think it turned out beautifully. As you can see, it has like an Italian look with the oranges, the fruit. So if you're interested, this set is 34. That includes shipping, and the other one is 45. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll get those out to you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And first of all, we're going to make this one right here, which I love. So let me pull that stuff in, and we'll get started. Now I do have to do some die cutting with you on. Normally I like to have it done ahead of time, but sometimes it's not possible with the project. Okay. Paula, okay, can you send me a message to my email or to my my Facebook page after through Messenger? That would be great. Okay, so anyway, this is fresh freesia and it is 5.5 by 8.5 and it's scored at 4.25. So we're just going to score this, give it a good burnish with your bone folder. All right, and then I have these two pieces. And I embossed the top one with the pressed flowers. I'm going to see if you can see it. I absolutely love it. Also, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time, I'm doing a garage sale online with my retired products. So if you'd like to join that, it'll be right here on my YouTube channel, and I'll give you more information in a little bit. Okay, so I have a piece of the DSP and Fresh Freesia and a piece of Pretty in Pink. So I'm just going to put those together. And they are 4 3/4 in length. The DSP is 1 1/4 wide, and the Pretty in Pink is 1 3/8. And I'm going to trim it just a tiny bit over here. Okay, that looks better. Just this little bit makes a big difference. Okay, we're going to put this on here first before I put it onto the second piece of basic white, because if there's any hanging over, I can give it a quick trim and it'll look very nice. Stacy, what do you love? I know you get both of my classes. I know. I thought about it being a holiday, but how my schedule has been lately. And you can always check and see if there's anything left that you may want, because it is first come, first serve. I have lots and lots of bundles, lots of ribbon, lots of stamp sets. Only thing I don't have lots of is a lot of DSP. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. And of course, I'm going to trim off the bottom a little bit. As you know, when you emboss, it will shrink the paper a little bit. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and I use this die right here in the set, and I cut out a couple of these just in basic white. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take the just some Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and you want to use this sparingly. I'm going to take the stamp and ink it up. All right, and then we're going to take another stamp, which is this little leaf stamp. We're going to ink that up and stamp it right there. Okay, so I like to bring this in, and the silver embossing powder. Oh, and I got lots of stuff around this one, and I'll show you what I do with that. All right, I have an extra one of these little brushes. Not that it'll matter because it's going to be die cut, and that piece would be die cut off anyway, but I still like to get it cleaned up. Okay, so it was funny when I was making these samples. I wasn't thinking, and I went to get some of the embossing powder off, and I blew it. The embossing powder went all over. Okay, so now we're going to heat this up. Thanks, Stacy. Okay, there it goes. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do some watercoloring. And the colors that I'm using are Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, this is Daffodil Delight, and Pretty in Pink. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Fresh Freesia. And you know what? No, we're going to start off with the Pretty in Pink. Okay, and I like to squeeze this to get some, oops, on the top. Now, ladies, if you like this video, please make sure you share it with your friends so I can reach more people through social media. Okay, so we're just going to watercolor this really quickly. And as you can see, I'm just putting a light wash on the rose. Okay, then what I like to do, you can see it here. What I like to do, hey, Margaret, happy birthday. I'd like to take this, and then I'm adding some more color here. And I'm putting it like on the inside of the petal, so to speak, not on the tip of the petal, just to kind of give it some dimension on each one. Okay, so then it kind of highlights it. Okay, so I'm going to switch colors, and we're going to go on to the Fresh Freesia. Margaret, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I didn't see it was your birthday till just before I got on today. I had to go to the store for my sister, and many of you know she's been in the hospital, and so today she wanted some jogging suits because she's freezing. she says. And I had to go to a few places because they didn't have her size and the kind she wanted. And then what else? She wanted an electric toothbrush. Oh, Margaret. Okay, and now I'm going to switch over. Always clean your brush, and I'm going to put in the Granny Apple Green. This is one of my favorite greens. Okay, so this is what I do with the leaves. I just kind of swipe them, and I just keep on with the brush, and you'll see that it keeps getting lighter and lighter, and that's what I want because you don't want them all to be the same color. Okay. All right. So then what I'm going to do is go back and pick up some darker green and just kind of add some contrast on here. And I'm not, doing the whole leaf, just maybe a third of it. I'll hold it up in a second. Okay, see how there you can see it well there. Okay, so now we're just going to add some green on these little leaves. And this is just kind of an accent type image here that I'm using. It's in the same set. Okay, now when I die cut, especially with this paper, what I like to do is cut this out so the whole paper doesn't go through the die cutting machine because I don't want it to get, nasty on here, like dents and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to die cut this. I'm using this one and this one. So I will be right back. I'm just going to die cut this off screen. Okay, we got them cut. Now we can put this card together. Look how pretty that is. And then that one. All right, so we're going to bring the card back in, the card base. And what we're going to do is put this up on dimensionals. Ladies, one of the benefits of joining Stampin' Up! Is you get to see the products early and pre-order, and you can order them early before everyone else and get a jump on things. And also, another thing, for being on my team, you get all our PDFs for free that I create, and you don't have to pay for them. So that's a really nice benefit. So if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up!, I'd love to have you on my team. Okay, so this is going to go right here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue under here. All right, I'm going to clip off another one here. And I'm just clipping these in a good spot where it looks like it's natural. Okay, so I'm going to put this one up here. Margaret, did you do anything special for your birthday? And I'm going to put one down here. Okay, so here is this right here, and I'm going to slide this down here, and I'm just making one change on this card. This is going to go here, and I die cut this. This is the change. This is from the Perfectly Paired die set, and I just wanted some pretty and pink on here, a little bit more. So I'm putting this right here just for some color. Okay, now let me grab a piece of scrap because we have to stamp. Okay, now this time I'm stamping "Thanks for being you." And if I don't, I'm going to punch this with a circle punch. And if it's too small for me to hold to get in the punch, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to show you a little trick I do, if in fact it does that. Okay, so let me heat this up. Well, I hope you have a good celebration. Okay, so I'm taking the 1 3/4 inch punch, and let me see. Oh, it's perfect. I really don't have to do what I thought I'd have to. Okay, so I just punch this out, but what I'm going to do is trim off the bottom, just like that. And I may have to trim it some more, but I'm not sure yet. So, yep, I'm going to have to trim it some more because I can't get it under there. Okay, so it's going to go right just like that. Okay, so let me put some glue on the back to stick it down. Okay, isn't that pretty? All right, so we're going to take some diamonds now, add some diamonds on here. I'll do one right there. And one up there, and another here. All right, and then we'll take the silver twine and tie a double bow. If I can get it through here. All right, there we go. So ladies, if you want these make and takes, all you have to do is place an order by Sunday through my online store, and I will gladly send you these for free. Okay, so we're going to stick this down like right here, and that's going to go with a glue dot. Okay, just like that. All right. Okay, so now I did do a second one of these for the inside, but I think I'm going to do it a little bit differently, okay? I'll show you that. Oh, that's the same, not the sample right here, how it looks on the inside, but you really don't need the watercolor on the inside. So I'm going to do it differently. The same concept, but just directly on the paper here. All right, so we're going to ink this up. We'll put one right here. And then we're going to do ones right over here. Perfect. Okay, I did get a little bit of over. I want to say overbite. So I'm just going to clean this off with my brush here. And that came off perfectly. Okay, so let's heat this up and we'll watercolor this. Hi, Karen. Okay, so tomorrow for my online garage sale, it goes really quickly. So you got to be ready to bid because the first person who bids on it gets it. And then I group all the products together for each person that they won the bids on. And then I will send them an invoice through PayPal. And you have 24 hours to pay for it. And then I mail it out. And I mail it out through Pirate Ship, which is the least expensive. So it would be I would group them together to save everybody's shipping costs. Okay, that looks really good. And then I started with the green because it was already on my brush. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to Fresh Freesia. Hi, Mary. Are you new to my channel? I don't think I've ever seen your name here before. How did you find me, Mary? It is starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm in Michigan. So I don't know where you're at, but that would be 12 o'clock Central time. And let me see. 11 o'clock Mountain, and 10 Pacific, I believe. Okay, so that looks good. Look how pretty that is. I love, love, love silver embossing. Okay, so we're going to put these together for the inside of the card. Well, you're in Michigan right now, Kimberly. Thank you for joining. I don't know where Gravel Lake, Michigan is. I take it it's on the west side of the state. Michigan is a really pretty state. Oh, near Pawpaw. Yeah. That's a funny name, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to get this one on here. Doesn't that look pretty? How did you find me, Kimberly? Okay, so here is your first card. I hope you like it. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. And look how pretty this looks with the matching envelope. I just love it. Oh, good, Kimberly. Are you a demonstrator too? Okay, so we're going to move on. And let me see. So we're going to do this card now, right here. All right, and we have some extra stamping to do here as well. Okay, so this time it's the other orientation. So, oh, good. Being a hobbyist is great as well. Anyway, this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we're going to fold this in half and give it a burnish here. If you can't tell, I love texture. So anyway, this time this is embossed with the mini corrugated embossing folder, and you do have to cut this a little larger than you want the end to be because it shrinks. So we're going to glue this to a piece that's 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And I just noticed that, and it really doesn't matter, I embossed this the other direction. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, see this one? I have the embossing going horizontal, and this way I have it vertically. All right, really doesn't matter. So I'm going to place that right on there. Thanks, Kathy. Ladies, I do have just about 5 spots left for my Christmas retreat that is held in Findlay, Ohio. So if you are interested, let me know and I can send you the information. You don't want to miss it. We're already planning everything, and it's coming out beautifully. Okay, so this set, if you don't own this, you want to get it. It is called the Party Banner Dies, and I love them. I used them on my scrapbook pages here too. Let me show you. See right here, I used, this is the same size, these two. I used a different size here, and yet another size right here. So I've used these quite a bit already. So if you're interested in having this set, you might want to get it right away. Hey, Tabitha, I didn't know you were on vacation. Tabitha is also on my team. Okay, so I die cut this first, and then it's I embossed it with my Press Flowers embossing folder. So we're going to place this on the card front. They're so fun. All right, you just want to make certain that you get this straight. All right, so I have that on there. Then I die cut this from the Storybook Friends. So what I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on the back here. Now this side, when I flip it over, it's not going to be seen. So I'm just going to stick a whole one right there and it won't matter. Okay, and then I'm going to just cut a real thin line of these so I can place them, because these will be seen if they're not put on here in the right places. Okay, let me see if I can get it off here. Okay, so I'm going to just stick this one right here, and then another one at the top. Let me see. And then finally, cut this. Now, Mary, are you a demonstrator as well? Okay, that right there. Now, this free PDF will be on my blog tomorrow. Did I get that? Along with a copy of the replay. So you want to check out my blog tomorrow at stampinggala.com. Okay, there you go. Isn't that pretty? I believe, you know what, Janet, I'm not 100% positive. I may be using this set in a different way. So, but I will know on Saturday. Okay, so we're going to stamp some again. So I'm going to bring back this piece, this little scrap piece, and we're going to stamp 2 of this flower. Okay, so where's my verse mark? Right here. I'm just barely going to make it on this paper, I think. You know what? I'm going to stamp down here. And ink it up again, because I need 2 of these. And I'm going to stamp it right here. Hey, Kathy. Well, good for you, Mary. It is a great hobby. All right, so we're going to grab this. I hit that. All right, let me pour this back in so I don't make a mess. And we'll heat this. Okay. All right, so fresh freesia is on here already, so we'll start with that. Now, for those of you that are on my team that are on tonight, our July team meeting is on Monday, so I hope you can join us on Zoom. And for those of you that participate in the Friday focus group meetings, I am not having one tomorrow for the holiday. Just so you know. All right, and then we're going to go back and add some a little darker. This stamp set is right up my alley. I just love it. Oh, this, when you do it this way, it's so easy, Mary. Now, I do have Daffodil Delight, and that's going to go right here in the center of these flowers. The funny thing is I love cards with flowers. I love creating this way. But the funny thing is I can't stand gardening. I'll hire that out every day of the week. Okay, go back and add some. All right, and I also did another one of the small leaves. Okay, so now we're gonna cut this out and then die cut them. This part right here would be enough for another leaf, so I'm gonna cut that off. All right, so let me see where the die is for this. Uh-oh. I'm missing the die. Just a second. I got to see if it's over here. Well, ladies, I'm missing the die, so I'm going to have to fussy cut it. Oh, here it is. Thank goodness. And I just used it, so I knew it had to be around here somewhere. Okay, got one. Here's one. And I'll do the second one. Okay, so look how pretty they are. All right, so we're going to put this together now. And what's going to happen is we're going to put one right here. So this one is going to go on dimensionals. Okay, so it's going to go like this. And then this one, I'm going to put here. and here. So what I'm going to do is just slide this under here, just like that. So it's kind of like climbing up the frame there. All right, this I'm just going to put on with glue, just the little leaves here. And I'm going to slide that down here. And I'm doing that so it'll be like two-dimensional. Now, I'm not getting the glue where I need to, so I'm just going to take this piece of scrap, add some glue here, and slide it under here so I don't bend the die back and damage it. Okay, so then we're going to cut this like I did the other one. So I'm just cutting it like right here, and it looks like it's this part of this flower. See, I cut it exactly like the other one. So this is going to go on here. You know what? I think I'll put this one down here. So let me get some glue on the back. And some glue on this one. All right, and then I have one of these little flowers here. So we're gonna put this on. And I think I'll die cut another one. This came from the pear set, the brand new pear set. So let me just die cut another one. And I hope yeah, I have one there. And this is die cut in Pretty in Pink. I'm going to add this one on the side here for color. I love that pear sweet. I did those cards last week, and they're on my blog if people are interested in checking them out. Okay, so now we're going to add a bow. And I just did a double bow. Oops. LaSheila, I'm sure you got a lot of items, knowing you. LaSheila's been so sweet. She's been sending me a card every week for my sister and one for me as well. Okay, so we're going to put this on with a glue dot. All right, so I think I'll put this right here. All right, and then we're going to add a couple of diamonds. Oh, I just glanced up. I thought you said you ordered. Okay, so here is the outside of this card. I think it's so pretty. My sister had a stroke, and she's not doing great. All right, so we're going to stamp the inside now, and we're just going to stamp a single flower here. Are any of you ladies planning on being on tomorrow at 1 for my garage sale? Okay, so we're going to put this silver powder and we're almost done. We just have the 3D item to go and ooh. Oh, you're so sweet, Lashila. I think I have over 100 bundles, probably 100 to 150 to 200 stamp sets, lots of ribbon. So there's quite a few things. Embossing folders, punches, and you name it. Okay, let me get the fresh freesia. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. To me, heat embossing is my favorite technique, especially with metallics. Carol, you can set a reminder from my YouTube channel. All you have to do is find the video when it's listed for upcoming and just click the button to set a reminder. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. And here is your second card. Do you like the first one better or the second one better? And then finally, we're just going to make this little gum holder. And I got this gum. It comes just like this. There's 3 in a pack from the Dollar Tree. So anyway, I think it looks good with this, with the color. They also have this one, but I used the green because it matches what I was doing. So, all right, let me bring this stuff in. This will go fairly quickly. So this is 6 by 3 3/4, and on the 3 3/4 side, it is scored at a 1/2 inch and also 3 1/4. And you turn it and you score it at 2 and 2 1/2. Okay, so we're going to fold on the score lines. Okay, so we're going to trim this up just a little bit. So we're going to trim here and here and just give it a little V. Okay. Turn it over and do the same thing over here. I'm going to show you how we're going to measure this up. Okay, so this is going to fold in like that, and this is going to be on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little clip right here where it comes together, because then I want to trim it from here down to that little clip. Okay, so I'm just going to position my scissors just to give it a little angle. Same thing here. I'm going to go here and up to the top, just like that. All right, so now we'll fold these little tabs in. We'll just put a dot of glue on each one on the folded inside. And the reason being is we're going to put this here so that that little tab doesn't like flop around on the inside of the box and hold up your things. All right, so now we're going to put glue here in here. And this is going to create the box. I'm just going to fold it down like that, and it fits perfectly. So then if I were to, let me just open up this gum, and this would be a really easy thing. I know people are already gearing up for craft shows. So this would be a really easy one to do for craft shows. See, it fits in here perfectly. All right. So I have two pieces here of basic white. One of them I embossed with the little embossing folder, and we're going to glue this together to an additional white one. And I have these sizes already done, and they will be on my blog tomorrow. So we're going to put some glue here. Wow, you can really smell that gum. It smells really good. Oh, this is, going to push that down enough. Okay. All right, so I did already stamp and emboss this and die cut it. So we're going to just watercolor this really quickly. And with watercoloring, you don't have to fill up the whole space. There's always a white space left. All right, we'll do the daffodil just in the center here. And then this one. It would be easy just to make this in real red and then just add a Merry Christmas, some holly leaves, a little Christmas tree, anything that a small stamp will fit there. And plus, with all the ephemera we have now, you could just pop out the ephemera, and that would be great too. And that's easy. Because let's face it, with craft shows, you don't want to spend a lot of time because you won't get your money back on your time. Okay, I also die cut this piece, and this is from the Unbounded Beauty or Unbounded Love. I can't remember the name of it. And the stamp we're using, it says, "You're the best." So I'm going to stamp this right here. Hopefully I will get it right so I don't have to restamp it and re-die cut it. But I think I'll be able to do it. And if you notice, I did it to the right side, and I did that for a reason, and I'll show you in just a minute. Oh, perfect. Look, it couldn't have been better. Let me get this out of the way. We'll heat this. It's like perfectly lined up. Okay. All right. So we're going to put this on right here on dimensionals. Ladies, remember, if you want the make and takes, just place your order by Sunday through my online store. It has to be a minimum of a $50 order before shipping tax and before the stamp rewards. And then I will send you the make and takes for free. In addition to that, if you are interested in the class to go that I showed at the beginning of the video, let me know and I can send you an invoice through PayPal for it, or the scrapbook pages. They are both really pretty. Thanks, LaSheila. Okay, so I'm just putting this. Now I want to show you, see how it's coming off the side here? I purposely put this off the side the same amount, okay? And then we're going to take one of these little flower groupings and just add some glue on the back. And we'll just slide this right here to kind of get some of that space. We're going to put some diamonds on here. I'm going to add one more. I usually do this in threes. Okay, and then just the bow. And this time we're just going to do a single bow. It twisted. I don't like when it twists. Sometimes I can fix it with a glue dot and just get it how I want it, and that's what I'm going to have to do on this. All right, so let me grab my glue dots. Remember, ladies, to share this with your friends and share it on social media for me. I really would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And you can always visit my blog for more inspiration at stampinggala.com. And here is your final project. So let me bring all the projects in, and let me know if you want to get the scrapbook pages and or the class to go from last month, the Create a la carte. You can visit my blog and see the other Create a la cartes that I've done. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate all of you, and I appreciate that you give me the opportunity to earn your business. I hope you have a wonderful night and a great 4th of July weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.